Alrighty, a new rating season has begun for me at least, and like I said, I'm struggling for meaning in ratings at the moment. And I guess, by the way, the game in the background is just a T34 game. It is a ratings game, one of the calibration games I played. It's just there for kind of background whilst I drone on with my thoughts on ratings. Anywho, back to the point. Ratings, new season, recalibrated again and ended up 3,400 and something, which is plus 20 I think on where I finished the last rating season. And when I say the last rating season, all I ever do is play pretty much 10 games, calibrate, leave it. And I want to get into the reasons kind of for that. Now, first off to say, look, don't misunderstand me. I know that people use ratings to grind credits with premium tanks, and also to get tanks they're not so good in, or that they want to grind XP to the next tank up in the tech tree. They just put those in ratings because it doesn't affect their win rate. And I understand that, and I also understand the need to make credits. That's all well and good. The point I'm going to make is that because of that, ratings isn't really particularly meaningful, and there is one other major fault with ratings in my humble opinion, and that is I've been playing it now for however long. How long has it been going now? A couple of years? Maybe? Someone will tell me. But in the end, I've been as high as 3,900 and something, and I've been as low as 3,020, I think. You know, but always Gold League. Doesn't really matter what I do. When I calibrate, I usually win 6, lose 4, do some decent damage, comes out Gold League, that's it. Now that's well and good, but I sort of look at it and I go, right, well, I don't have that much time to play this game. I have some time, but fundamentally I looked at the reset on ratings, and I'll show you it at the end. I think it's 21 days till reset. So if I'm ending up every time pretty much in Gold League, Mid-Gold League, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, 3-7, somewhere around there, in order to reach Platinum, which I think would be achievable, I reckon if I played enough games I could get to Platinum. I'm not going to be a Diamond League player, I'm just not that good, let's be honest. I'd have to play one heck of a lot of games in 21 days to get there. And therefore I think ratings is kind of, in a strange way, meaningless, because it probably doesn't reflect how good you would be over a great period of time. So I think in order to make it meaningful, if you like, I'd like actually to be able to play it for, say, 3 months. I mean, let's be radical, even 6. And see where I meaningfully end up after that period of time. Because I think with the current reset intervals, it's kind of, well, for me at least, I think it's kind of meaningless, if you know what I mean. And I guess that's my kind of biggest problem with it. The other thing I'd like to see in ratings is the reintroduction of being able to platoon. Now, they probably took it out because there's some kind of OP platoons, you know, trucking around in ratings. But I don't know, why can't we platoon ratings? I get that, but at the same, and I also get that it should be, you know, the individual and this, that and the other. But on the other hand, it used to be such a great laugh playing with your mates in ratings. Just playing, you know, tanks that you wouldn't normally play necessarily in encounter battle, and just having a laugh and not worrying too much about win-lose and this, that and the other. I was certainly doing that a lot before they basically, you know, took that functionality away. So anyway, my sort of rant is over. It's not really a rant. I actually think I've probably made some constructive suggestions. I don't know what everyone else thinks about it. By the way, this is just supremacy all over. Funny as hell. Why the team didn't just cap C it was wide open, I will never know. That will go down as a loss. I did some fairly decent damage, so that's probably like plus 10 for a first class and whatever the hell I've done, 3.2k damage. It seems very strange sometimes how they score it. Sometimes you get some kid go up plus 17 for doing 373 damage, even though he's done nothing, and yet you can tank your ass off. You might end up on the losing side as usual, but you end up with -3. It all seems a bit random. That's never been explained to me either, and maybe that should be a little bit more transparent. But anyway, here we go. Here's my point. Right at the end, 21 days. Yeah, I mean, it's just, for me, it's just not long enough to progress up. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. See ya. Bye.